Alright, made it back up north. Joe and I are going to finish up the saw work. We've got the adapter for the tractor, and we're going to clean all this area up. So last time, as you remember, all we did was pretty much just knock all these trees down, and then it got hot, and then everything else went to crap. So we are reloaded, doing a quick little before, so that way you can see on how much this actually opens up now that we have all these trees knocked down. River levels down a little bit, but that's not horrible. So we came up this morning. It's 11 o'clock. So now it's time to get to work. So it's about 1:30 now. And as you can tell, we are making progress. But we still have quite a bit to go. Got this main area reopened. And now we've got this area back here that we're working on. But the good news is we got like a lot of the tops already done. So now it's just the logs that we're cutting up, and those go pretty quick. And as you can tell, we've got quite a bit of firewood here. So all those logs, we're just gonna bring the log splitter down here, and that's gonna be next year's firewood. We're obviously not doing that today, but maybe if I can get back up here one more time after this weekend. We've got Minnesota deer hunting in the next couple of weeks, so it's gonna be 3 weeks where we can't really do anything, and then by then we'll see how much snow that we have, and if we have snow, then we probably won't do it. But if we don't, well, then we can come up here and then start cutting this stuff so that we can really dry out, stack it, and get it back up north, or get back up to the woodshed. All right, back to work. Well, it's 5:30. We managed to get that area cleared out. If you remember from this morning, we had all those down trees. Now we have more brush piles, but we knew that. So eventually we're gonna have to go through here and clear out all of these stumps, but that's not a today problem. Today's journey was getting all this cleared out. So this morning it looked completely different, or well, actually technically it was this morning because we got up here at 11. But 6.5 hours later, which is good because we're just about ready to lose light. And then tomorrow morning, we're gonna bring the tractor down here with the brush hog, and we're gonna start to open up this area even more. But the other thing that I was really happy about is now that you're back here, you got a clear view of the play area, which that's ideally what I wanted. So when we are working down here, and if Logan's up there playing, now we do have all these giant brush piles, but we will clear those out. Hopefully at some point get a wood chipper or something. I don't know yet. That'll be another project for another day. That's on the wish list, and you can get different types of wood chippers. The one I'd love to get would be one that we can just put on the back of the tractor, but then again, in order for that PTO to be going on the tractor has to be moving, unlike my brother-in-law's tractor where you can just hook it up and it doesn't have to be, and you can just engage it and it doesn't have to move. So we'll probably get one of those ones, you know, a decent sized one. Otherwise, the other thing Joe mentioned as well is just, you know, go out and rent a giant one for a day and just do nothing but chip all this stuff down. So I might actually do that. But it would also be nice to have a wood chipper up here for, you know, we've got, you know, 20 acres of land here, and we have so much more to go. So okay, well, we are done working for the night. We hit our goal, so that's always a positive thing. And then tomorrow morning, it is daylight savings, so we will get 1 extra hour of sleep. But either way, we're going to wake up when the sunlight comes up anyway. So it doesn't really matter what time it is. Sun up is sun up. So, all right. we're gonna go relax, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's now 9:30. Slept in a little bit thanks to daylight savings time. Then once the sun started really coming up, it's like, okay, time to work. So we cleared out a couple of those extra trees so that way we can get the tractor back here. And as you can tell, it's thick. Sometimes you gotta go back over it a couple times. But we're gonna keep on going. Hopefully, we'll show you what it's like after we're all done. Already making progress. Takes time, but just doing it with that machine is just so much easier than trying to bend over, cut it with a chainsaw, move it. This just cuts it and shreds it. So much better. So this morning we've actually got a little bit of a wind. So in a way it's been nice, but when you stop moving, then you can feel that wind. But the really cool thing is, since we've been taking out a lot of this little undergrowth stuff, we've got a lot of pines and little sapling pines that are back here. They weren't planted by anyone. I'm guessing that the squirrels or something, chipmunks, grabbed some of the pine cones and just some of the seeds made it. So we get a couple other ones over here too. So it'll be very interesting because we're going to try to leave them. And now that it's not going to have to compete with anything else, it'll be very interesting to see how big they get just in the course of 1 year. And this thing is just eating through everything. It's saving, I don't know how many hours of work. Why we didn't want the boys up here, because if I'm not standing more than 30, 40 feet away, I can shoot off the back end there like that. One less thing that we got to worry about. But now it's just driving a tractor through the woods almost. Joe's having fun. So am I. Got a big smile on my face. So this was the original trail that we made, and the original width of it was about the size where you could bring a riding lawnmower down, go up and down, and a pretty decent sized trail. But now this is the view from the other angle as to what we just opened up. So you can clearly see the play area. That's the original trail on the left-hand side. And to kind of give you another view, just a year ago, with right to the right of those oaks, that's where my trail was that led back to my tripod stand. So came in here. Since there was a mound right here, you can't really tell in the video, but we had to go off to the left and then back to the right, and then there's a tripod stand. Turn it back up. But we're almost done with work for the day. Now we're just putzing to see what we could run over. Mainly because a lot of the stuff that he's at right now, if we leave it until next fall, it might be too big, where then we've got to go in with the chainsaws again and clear out the majority of it. and we're just trying to not have to do that. So working proactively instead of reactively. All right, my fingers are getting cold. It's 38 degrees and the wind picked up. All right, well, we are done for the day. There's really not much more that we can get cleared out without taking out a ton more trees, which we're not going to do because we only got like maybe an hour left here. We like to get home and get everything ready for the week. But one of these weekends, we're also going to do a stump clearing weekend. Because a lot of that stuff, you know, we can go through with the brush hog, but then a lot of them we can't right now. So we're just kind of driving around them. So we'll take care of those. It's, again, work in progress. We still got to do all this area over here yet, but this is going to look really nice, again, once it's all done. It's going to get rid of a lot of the bugs. I want it kind of looking like a field, but then I know at some point Becca's going to want to put some wildflowers in here somewhere. I don't know where yet, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. But we're just cleaning up right now. I've got to I got to get all the pine needles off the top of the camper yet. But it looks really good. Right there is a fishing spot. To kind of give you a reference again, my 3 oaks. We got a couple oaks back here that we are saving as well. A lot of maples. We're just leaving those. We still want it looking like a woods, but my idea and plan is I want it to be nice and grassy underneath of it, but then still have a lot of the mature trees. We'll get there. And a lot of these down trees that are there too, you know, we're gonna cut them up, we're gonna pile them up, and at some point, you know, we've got a ton of this stuff is gonna be firewood, a ton of it is gonna be, you know, we're just gonna put it in a wood chipper. But I'm very, very happy with the amount of progress that we got done the last 2 trips up here, this weekend especially. So, as you can tell, night and difference from 24 hours ago. All right, we'll see you on the next one.